generation calls on all the youth, no matter the gender or the place, to seek the knowledge of skills so well provided in any way. The vocation and the technical for the host for many a brilliant child, whose future dreams require the mind and the soul and the hands know the tide. We the youth respond and say, with pride and dignity, vocational and technical education, provide the skills required for the building of our state, and the other choice for all to make. We the youth respond and say, with pride and dignity, vocational and technical education, provide the skills required for the building of our state, and the other choice for all to make.
The quality of a person's life is determined by the way they live and the choices they make. Choosing a life career is one of the significant choices one can make for a fulfilled life. Many have chosen careers that have had repercussions on their lives. Your career can determine your future. Being endowed with a talent or equipped with a skill and the right attitude in applying them in life could be a goldmine for everybody. This is the reason why technical and vocational education and training, TVET, or in general skills acquisition can become a necessary option to consider. TVET has been at the blind side of many youth when they have to select their courses for a future career. The few who have taken the bold step to consider TVET as a career option have not regretted today. They are considered as top entrepreneurs and CEOs of their companies and making meaningful contributions to the economy of Ghana. Mrs. Patricia Bosso attended a technical school where she studied electronics as the only woman in her class, and now she is a successful electrical engineer and the head of the electronic department of the Kumasi Technical Institute. She was adjudged the National Best Teacher in 2012. According to her, she pursued technical education because it is her passion.
I chose TVET in the 80s when I completed my middle school certificate. In fact, when I wrote the common entrance, I passed so well and I wanted to go to Ebru Girls. But I had passion for electricals because my father was a technician, electrical technician. So I went to Sunyani Technical Institute, and when I got there, I was the only girl. So the whole campus, everybody was saying, hey, there's a girl in electrical, hey, she can't do it. And I was some kind of funny, tiny girl. So they thought, oh, she couldn't do it, it's difficult. There are a lot of calculations. When we were in the first term, I was 8th. Then the second term, I was 1st. No, now you know the boys. Hey, they were kind of. But I was 1st throughout, and my teacher supported me so much. I was 1st, and I completed with credit. When we went for practicals, I was in my overcoat working in electricity, and I didn't die. And the fear they put in me, the electricals is difficult, you can't do it. I saw myself doing it with ease. So after SUTEC or Sunyani Technical Institute, I came to Kumasi Polytechnic, where I pursued electrical engineering technician 1, technician 2, radio and television technician. In fact, I did all the technician programs. And in '94, that was when the HND program had just started. So I enrolled in the HND program, electrical electronics. And in fact, I am the first female, the first woman to have gone into HND electrical in the whole country.
She says there are some negative perceptions that are accounting for the low enrollment of females in TVET.
We have some perceptions out there which I want to address. One of them is that if you are a female, if you are a girl, and you enter into male-dominated fields like electronics or welding, you will not have any man to marry you, because they say you will be stiff and you will not look beautiful for any man. But it's not true. I'm married and I'm not stiff. Maybe you will have to tell me whether I'm one, but I don't think I am. There's also the perception that if you entered into a male-dominated field as a woman, you were not going to give birth. It's a myth which must be broken. I'm married and I've given birth to 3 beautiful kids. You know. And there's also this perception that you have to be physically strong or you have to be a witch to be able to enter into such fields. My goodness. The brain that we have in the man is the same brain that we have in the woman. So what can't we also do? If we are given the right exposure and the right encouragement, we can do it.
Her students have been able to put their creativity to work and design some electronic gadgets that can help solve some problems in society.
This is a light-dependent switch made by one of our students. And what it does is that when the shadow falls on it, then the light will come on. So if you are traveling and there's nobody at home, you can just install it. In the evening, you have the lights all around. Then by morning, it goes off by itself. So it's also a security switch, so to speak.
One major issue of concern is the low enrollment of females in technical and vocational institutions. Benedicta Akwete is a student of Tema Industrial Mission Vocational Technical Institute. She's studying electrical engineering. She explains why she opted for TVET.
The reason why I chose this course was when I was in JHS, I saw this female engineer on television and she motivated me to choose this course. And I realized that when I do this course, it will be easier for me to get work to do.
Miss Constance Elizabeth Swanika is an artist and a sculptor. She graduated from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology with a bachelor's degree in art. Whilst in the university, she decided to take up an internship as a carpenter at Art Decor Limited. The experience she gained helped her to set her own business 6 months after graduating from the university. She has been able to overcome the challenge of working in a male-dominated industry.
For any woman in a male-dominated industry, once you have the right mindset and the willpower to venture into an area that you are passionate about, this alone is all you need to be able to enter into such an industry.
As a success artist and sculptor, Constance Elizabeth Swanika is encouraging more girls to go into technical and vocational education and training.
I would encourage a lot more girls to take technical education seriously. If you find yourself in an area like this is the opportunity for you to prove what you can do. There's nothing wrong with a woman studying technical education, and I would say to you that don't let your male counterparts discourage you in any way. That should even encourage you to prove to them that you can do well.
Another lady who has been successful as a result of her career path is Mrs. Leticia Osafuado. She's an entrepreneur and industrialist. She's also Chief Executive Officer of Samba Foods. Her company was the first to commercialize the production and distribution of shito in Ghana.
I was educated in Germany as an anesthetist and intensive care therapist in the 1980s. I worked in Germany as an anesthetist until we relocated, that is my family and I, relocated to Ghana in 1984. When I came to Ghana though, I was also working in a private hospital. But then, having realized that this is a commodity that, everybody uses, and that there was no one producing it, I had the urge and identified that as a business opportunity that I identified at that time, and that led me to produce shito.
She has received several awards and has been to many important places, including the Buckingham Palace in the UK, because of her career choice.
When I started this shito, which is a practical approach to food processing, lots of people thought I was crazy. Others even gave me the name Kwabrochire Bechi Shito because people found it so demeaning. They thought, why shito? You understand? This means that people frown on technical and vocational education in the country. But I'm here to tell people that, other countries, particularly Germany, where I studied, TVET is the backbone of their education system. Germany is a highly industrialized country. And TVET, that is Technical and Vocational Institution, is their backbone. People are trained to do hands-on. And that is what has propelled them to where they are today.
Tony Sinaya is a graduate of the University of Ghana. He decided to venture into shoe manufacturing. Sinaya is now the CEO of Horseman Shoes.
I started Horseman Shoes by buying from a local manufacturer here in Accra in 2009. He did for me a pair of shoes. I took it to work and everybody wanted it. They even disbelieved that it was made in Ghana. So then I got the idea that, well, it didn't matter to the Ghanaian where the shoes were coming from, provided they were made to their taste.
For him, technical education is the key to reducing the unemployment problem in the country, and so Horseman Shoes has provided a lot of employment for young people.
I read sociology from the University of Ghana and I completed in 2007. Obviously, I don't have a TVET background, but then I am now doing it big time. I chose shoemaking because I found opportunity. I realized that it was an untapped area and there were a lot of opportunities in there. So I decided to create employment for myself and also create employment for other people.
His business has grown from strength to strength. In 2012, Tony Sinaya had the opportunity to represent Ghana in U.S. President Obama's Young Africa Fellowship Initiative. Miss Mabel Simpson has also made significant progress in the area of TVET. She resigned from her office job to set up MSIMS, a fashion accessory company with a seed capital of 200 Ghana cedis and her grandmother's 53-year-old sewing machine.
I started MSIMS making dress brochures and belt, but the demand of clients made me start making clutch purses and handbags as well.
Defying all odds and challenges associated with venturing into a new area, she remained resolute to make an impact. But what kind of support did she get from her parents?
Initially, when I wanted to start MSIMS, I didn't get any support from them because they wanted me to work in the corporate field. But I took a risk and resigned from my job and then started. But after a lot of hard work and after making a mark in the creative industry, I now have their full support, where they even encourage me and sell the idea to their friends to also patronize my product. So I believe that even if, as a child, you don't get your support from your parents, if you are passionate about something, go ahead with it, work hard towards it, and eventually you'd get their full backing.
She encourages young people to venture into TVET professions that are perceived to be male-dominated.
I'd want to encourage females when making their career choices to get into professions such as carpentry, shoemaking, auto spraying, engineering, and etc. Just to, make us also feel that the woman's place is just not in the kitchen.
The fashion industry is a booming one. This is because fashion has a very short life cycle. The growing middle class in Ghana is very much conscious of style and looks. Gine Jakuma is a Ghanaian brand clothing line with a vision of producing quality, affordable, stylish and custom-made clothing to the Ghanaian market. Mrs. Gine Jomi Jakuma, who is the CEO of Gine Jakuma, dropped her PhD program and with passion for quality and style, preferred to pursue a vocational education in fashion. Today, she has no regrets and only wished that she had nurtured this desire quite early. She encourages young people to choose vocational education for life fulfillment. The hospitality industry is one of the biggest employers of graduates from technical and vocational education and training (TVET) institutions. The experts rely on more trained and skillful young people to work in the various departments like the front office, restaurant, bar, rooms, etc. It can give an exciting work experience. There is a big market for real estate development professions like architects, electrical engineers, building technologists, wood technologists, quantity surveyors, masons, carpenters, painters, plumbers, draftsmen, interior decorators, etc. need more young people who are determined to pursue a skill in these areas. It is not only those in the formal sector that have become successful. Those in the informal sector have also made impressive strides in the area of technical and vocational education and training. Lady sprayer, lady welder, cosmetologist, hairdresser, dressmakers, and other activities in the informal sector.
My name is Laurentia Ayapoka Anafo, known as Poka, Ghana's Most Beautiful 2013. I would like to encourage people, especially women and girls who are so dear to my heart, to choose careers in TVET that are perceived to be male-dominated.
Calls on all the youth, no matter the gender or the place, to seek the knowledge and skills so well provided in any way. The vocation and the technical for the host for many a brilliant child, whose future dreams require the mind and the soul and the hands, not the tide. We the youth respond and say, with pride and dignity, vocational and technical education, provide the skills required for the building of our state, as the other should go on to make. We the youth respond and say, with pride and dignity, vocational and technical education, provide the skills required for the building of our state, and the other choice for all to make.